Mrparka here.
Average Joe.
We're here to review from Whacked Movies, The Dark Dealer. This is basically an anthology film. Three people end up in a card game fighting for their souls. It's not a new idea, obviously. You know, people are in the area. There's tons of them. Chillers, Tales from the Crypt. They find an area and they're all dead, and they basically tell their stories, and you find out how they died and why they're there. But I love anthologies because you got 3 to 6 chances to impress somebody. Basically, in here, the first one is an amazing short. The second one is kind of long and just okay, and the third one's just okay as well. But the first one is one of the best anthology shorts I've seen in a very long time. That one's by Tom Alexander.
Very classic story, very classic feel, and it was very nostalgic when I watched it, and I enjoyed it a lot. First one.
It's got a look of it.
It started out really promising.
Like 90s TV for sure, 95. But
yeah.
the first anthology short, as I'd recommend to anybody, really well written dialogue for it. The criminals are great in it. There's 2 of them. Basically what happens is they kill a guy and then they try to hide from the cops in this like cellar space, and the guy in the cellar space is like an alchemist, and there's some more than meets the eye, and what ensues is special effects, hilarious dialogue between the criminals, and also a little bit of nasty stuff in there, what he's eating and the soup and stuff like that. But the special effects are really well done for that one, and the monster effects and stuff like that. Really highly entertaining and well acted one too. The lead criminal is really cool in that.
You almost said everything I wanted to say on that one. I'm kind of disappointed. The first one was my favorite one. That was the one I liked the most. Yeah. I don't have anything.
I'd probably give that one, for as far as anthologies, I'd give it 8 out of 10. Just that story.
Yeah, definitely solid. That one brought me into wanting to watch the rest of the whole movie.
It really sets a high standard.
When I started watching it, I was in lay down mode. Like, let's do this. After that one was done, I was like, dude, I'm excited to see the next one. Like, I was into it. Like, really got bought.
Well, what do you do for a living?
Public relations. Public relations.
Oh. Is that what you call it?
Hey, this stuff really ain't bad. What's in it?
You don't want to know.
You're probably right. I know he's right.
Feed me a bunch of crap, and fella, that's all you've been giving me. What's that, old man? I can't hear you.
I'm choking me.
You're damn right I'm choking you. And unless you give me some straight answers, Mr. Wizard, I'm gonna squeeze your head off.
Hey, you got anything else to eat around here?
Hey, he's asking you something.
No. What about the icebox?
What's in the icebox?
It doesn't work.
Why is it plugged in?
It doesn't work.
What's in the icebox? I hear you.
Jesus! Look at all this beef! This guy must work at a meat market or something.
Where'd you get all the meat, old man?
From a cow, damn you!
What's it take to get a straight answer out of you?
Huh? Answer me! All right! Pickles! God, I love pickles. Beef. You want a pickle?
The second one, the Blues in the Night, is kind of iffy. It's kind of the one they kind of had to wrap in a little bit better with it, because they had the first 2, Cellar, Space, and Blues in the Night, and they shot the third one, they wrapped it in, and they kind of mixed it in a little bit better to get it in there. And it starts off with Samson Burke, this blues musician who's there. He's actually at the card table, and then it's almost like they couldn't get the lawyer to be in it, so they just got the Samson Burke guy to come back and do it, and then they somehow tied it in with another character. He does a split soul thing. Overall, it's not really a bad short. It's a solid one, I guess, but it is too long and not much happens. But there is a hilarious prop monster used at the end. He's like, wait, he's right on the back here. I hope you guys can see him, but we'll show him in the video clip. He
just jumps out of the vortex,
right here.
the Evil Dead vortex in the end. It's hilarious. It's pretty good,
It's
though.
pretty hilarious. The whole is a short
For
though.
comedy, good for comedy.
It's like a 5 out of 10. It's just average.
Yeah.
And then the final one is about a guy trying to fight.
The final one's the wraparound story. This is the one that actually tied the first 2 stories together.
There's some iffy special effects here. I don't really mind a giant atom, like electricity chasing him. It is 95, so you guys, I guess you'd call them computer-generated effects, but they don't look like computer-generated effects. I don't know if they would be.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be.
I don't know either.
But I always just think it's like cartoon overlay effects or something like that.
I'm not sure. But you guys get the point. 95 special effects.
20 years ago, come on.
I mean, most of the time, I like these effects better than nowadays, but the electricity thing's a little obvious, but it's basically like a ball atom. They break into a drug dealer place.
It wasn't really that disappointing for me.
No, the third one was just solid.
The effects weren't bad enough to where like it took away from the movie. I was like, oh, this is atrocious. I can't watch it. It's not bad.
It'd be compared to something like
it's very forgivable, you know.
Yeah, for TV during the time, TV effects for the time, definitely.
Yeah.
The sound was a little low, though. I noticed that.
Oh
much.
yeah, we had to max them out. We had to max
had to
out
turn
the
it down
TV
to
to
100.
hear anything to 100.
But
Yeah,
flat
so
screen
sound
TVs
quality's not that great.
aren't that great, anyways. But the final story is, they go in to try. This guy's dad works at this place, so he gets the card, pharmacy place, and his girlfriend owes this drug dealer a bunch of money, so they have to sneak in and steal as much drugs as they can. The highlight of this is probably the drug dealer. He's just a goofy, stupid guy, and he's pretty funny.
He's a white drug dealer named Cracker.
95 right there. But
Come on, Cracker, you promised.
Money first, my man. No cash, no stay. Is that him? All right. We're in business.
I liked it a lot better when it was free.
Sorry, sucker. My charity days are over. Now, don't be doing all that stuff at one time. It'd kill a little guy like you. And I'd be at a valuable customer. Is that him?
Yeah, that's Cracker.
Lay off, fag.
I love children.
as a whole, it has some special features on here. As a whole, it's a solid, fun anthology with a great beginning that kind of fizzles out towards the end. The second and third stories aren't bad, they're just average, but when that first story was so great, I really loved the first story. I couldn't get enough, but the second and third are just okay.
I really think it should have ended on the first story. The first story should have been maybe the second story. I don't know. Maybe the second story just shouldn't have been.
The wraparound is fun as well too. With the guy playing the cards, he's pretty funny. So I do 8, 5, 6. Or maybe 8, 5, 5.5, or something like that. So it's probably all around like a 6.25 or a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, 8, 5. Well, that's it. Wow. Yeah, nice way to put that. 8, 5, 6. I'm feeling that.
Maybe 8, 5 point, and then the third one will be 5.5.
Honestly, I'm gonna shoot for the second one probably like a 4.5 or a 4 because that one I got to the point when I was watching that one I kind of wanted it to end halfway through.
Let's give it a 6 because we got 5, 4.5, 5, and that's like 10 plus 8 divided by 3 makes it a 6 out of 10.
All right, I'm buying that. I'm going to shoot for 6.5, though. Only because I would watch this again simply because of the first story.
I would watch the first story several times.
Yeah, exactly.
But they have a special feature of the making of Blues in the Night. That's all I have to say.
I got nothing else to complain about. I really liked it. First one.
Good movie on a budget, for sure.
For sure. Classic throwback.
Have a good one.
Sorry about the nose. Beatboxes are gone. No more.